I like this one. This is a good one. It's 9 minutes long. NLSS Origin. SmallAnt. Do I watch Northern Lion? Here we go. I watch almost exclusively Northern Lion. Like, I think I've watched, on average, about 2 hours of Northern Lion content a day for the past 5 years. Oh, you stop changing the quality. Stop it. Where do I drop myself? What do you think? Right here? Let's try here. NL is top tier. It's not funny. NL is so good.
I'm surprised. I'm followed by, like, I mean, look, I'm probably followed by 25,000 people on Twitter.
I remember I fall asleep to Northern Lion's videos, right? I was falling asleep and I hear this.
That are better than me at video games, but I'm followed by like 2 professional gamers and at least 1 noted speedrunner.
And I'm like, wait a minute.
SmallAnt.
What? And then I'm just instantly awake and I'm like, I like lead over, I'm like over the phone just watching it.
1 is the speedrunner. Apparently he gave me a shout.
I've been watching these videos. Anyways, just watch.
Sometime in the past year as a content creator that he respects or watches. I'm not trying to, you know, force his hand or anything here. So I followed him on Twitter and I watched some of the clips that he's made. First off, incredible. I think he's an Odyssey speedrunner, like Super Mario Odyssey.
Yeah.
So much better at that game than any gameplay I've ever seen in my entire life. But then on top of that, he seems to make a good effort to be entertaining as well. So I think he's double dipping in a good way, you know.
Northern Lion talked about your new Isaac video. Oh, I know. I've been watching Northern Lion basically since the first episode of Isaac came out, which was 10 years ago. In his most recent Isaac video, which I've watched every single one, he like specifically. Recently, I haven't actually had enough time to watch many of them, so it's sad. Mentioned SmallAnt 1, and I was just like, yeah, that's me. I was freaking out, dude.
Jumps, yeah. I'm followed by like 2 professional gamers and at least 1 noted speedrunner. SmallAnt 1 is the speedrunner.
That's me. I've been watching this guy for 10 years, and now he just mentions me in one of his videos. It's freaking weird. It's cool. It's a cool feeling.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome
to
episode...
Okay, I guess it probably explains it, but yeah, then here's this.
Episode 38 of the Check the Wire podcast. Very special guest today. The one, the only, SmallAnt. Welcome to Check the Wire, man.
And yeah, I sort of have like a philosophy on creating YouTube videos that I think is... It lines up with what the algorithm wants.
What's your philosophy?
It sounds very obvious, but it just, you gotta create content that people want to watch. There has to be a reason for someone to want to watch the videos. So maybe it's you know, something someone's never done before, or something someone has done before, but you did it in a different way that makes it more interesting. With a YouTube title and thumbnail, you're trying to capture their attention and kind of make them ask a question that big enough that they have to click on the video.
Thank you for coming on and sharing everything too. You know, it was cool to hear your story and how different of a take you have.
What was up with my lighting? I don't know.
But thanks so much for coming on, man.
Something that I'm actually kind of excited about here we go. I was on a podcast on, I think it was Wednesday morning. I was on Check the Wire podcast. It's actually the only podcast that I regularly listen to. And then like one of the hosts messaged me. He was like, I'm out for a little bit, and we're looking for like temporary co-hosts for it, just to, you know, talk to people and interview them and stuff, and see what they have, their take on content creation. And this is between like Northern Lion and Dan Giesling are the people that have it. And I got the message, and I was like, oh, yeah, absolutely. It's the only podcast I've ever listened to. And then they just asked me out of nowhere to be on it. And I was like, yeah, that sounds fantastic. I'd love to, because listening to the podcast, I feel like they're very, you know, they're... Okay. That podcast, Northern Lion, he took some time off because he had a child, right? Had to take some time off because it's like his daughter was just born. And I saw that they had a bunch of guests on. Or even before they had guests on, I was like, I wonder if they'll need any like guests. Like I might like go and ask them if like, hey, could I be like a guest and stuff? But they ended up messaging me first out of nowhere. They're very competent. They've been doing it for quite a long time. Check the Wire is the name of the podcast, if anyone's curious. They've been doing it for a long time, but there's a lot of stuff that they talk about where they're in like a different sort of YouTube and Twitch than me. Like they're more like Let's Play casual stuff in general. But I feel like for me, when listening to the podcast, everything that they say is like correct, but I feel like a lot of their focus was misplaced. You know, you could have more success if you focus on different things than what specifically they were talking about sometimes. So I'm glad I was able to like get on the podcast and share my view on content creation and how I see things, and I think it was very good. I got a lot of my thoughts out when I was listening to the podcast. I had a lot of ideas and thoughts of you know, their opinions and how mine differ.
What a run-on sentence! Really nice. My goodness.
I don't know. It was a good experience. I'm happy that I was able to get on there and say my bit. Yeah, it was Check the Wire. It's cool. But and podcast coming.
They retired Check the Wire, unfortunately. That's so sad.
Yep. No. It wasn't my podcast. It was Dan Giesling and Northern Lions podcast, which is honestly so cool. Like watching so many
I was the final guest.
If you guys didn't know, I'm pretty sure you know how I say "let's go" a lot. I'm pretty sure I like subconsciously picked that up from Dan Giesling. Like that's how I
Team Unity Tuesdays. I watch too much. It's let's go.
Say "let's go" quite often is his "let's go." Like the intonation is the same and everything. And just from like watching like their content for so long. I say more. Well, that's a Canadian thing. Just saying he's done it. Yeah, that too.
He's done it.
There's always Fall Guys as well. If we can get 10 victories in Fall
What's
Guys
this one?
in 2 hours, that'd be.
I don't think I've seen this.
Dude, that is. Are you 10?
That's
We'd be lucky to get 2.
It's a little much.
Yeah. Unless you're doing something I don't know about in your YouTube series.
Well.
I saw you tweet. I saw one of your titles was like, "The streak is on the line." I'm like, "What streak?"
Do you know the baby picked that up from me? It's pretty cool.
Does this guy have in Fall Guys?
I've had some 2 and 3 streaks.
Oh, so that's a good thumbnail, a good title then.
And I've been trying to use
I'm kind of TikTok famous, by extension.
Dan Giesling thumbnail strats starting today.
Not me, small. I'm telling you, this kid is Galaxy Brain. He's literally Galaxy Brain. I'm like,
He called me a kid. I'm still young.
I talked to him, I'm like, how old are you? He's like 24. I'm like, how do you have the human psyche figured out at age 24? not that you can't be young and have stuff figured out, but this guy is like, I told him if he's in any other industry, like he's probably like, maybe doing some black hat stuff.
What does that mean?
Nice shot. Yeah, and SmallAnt was valedictorian too.
Doesn't surprise me.
That's true.
A lot of smart gamers out there.
Yeah, and then they invited me to Twitch Rivals Among Us. I'm a hacker. We're doing Among Us today, but it's like Twitch Rivals apparently. I got a message like a few weeks ago from Northern Lion. He's like, "Hey, you want to do Among Us Twitch Rivals?" And I was like, "Yeah, sounds fun."
Wasn't it 02? I was at the lights.
This game is dedicated to mouth.
So I'm wondering if
no, I did not vent where Neswa was claiming that I was venting. I did not, which is why I was like, this is a good opportunity for me to pass down on him being the...
Yeah.
What?
You like waited a little bit longer before you killed me.
And I'm just curious.
Yeah.
How do you feel about it when everybody starts holding hands at the end? Like
it's.
I think it was Sips that they are suspicious of. So you gotta.
Miko. By the way, I think you're muted.
Mouth hats.
I have a question for his son. Son, do you think that when there's 2 things where I was noticing when you're not telling the truth or when you're passionate?
I'm trying to play as best I can. It's tough. It's so tough to talk. I'm a little bit nervous because I'm playing with Okay, I'm gonna run through these people. Like this person right here, I have watched since I was like 13. This person right here
doesn't know either.
He's where I picked up the Let's Go. Sips, I'm pretty sure I watched him play Minecraft when I was super young. Like it's a little bit. Whew.
I'll do it. Like I don't want to be that guy who's like, oh, I'm not gonna do it.
Poggy.
Here.
Mouth hats. Let's go.
Not something
Mouth,
I will
are you
go back
seeing
on.
this, by the way?
It contributes.
Everybody put on mouth hats.
I guess we're good to start.
We got the whole lobby decked out.
By a sheer margin of 2 points and a tiebreaker, Hassan does take it narrowly over SmallAnt. SmallAnt, do you have any words before we let you go?
I did my best to speedrun my tasks, vote out the imposters. Just wasn't enough.
Right.
Congrats, Hassan.
You played great, man. You're a real winner in my heart.
Thanks. Objective scoring system, and then for the final two, the judges pick their favorites.
SmallAnt is in chat.
Stop the count!
Speedrunner, pencil sharpening world champion, says that villages are in empty flat lands typically.
Empty, flat land, small.
Yeah, I won Twitch Rivals by a lot, okay?
Thank you for your intel. Also, congratulations on your Twitch Rivals Among Us victory.
Well, came second in Twitch Rivals, but I think we all know that it's one of those seconds where, like, actually it was first.
I mean, in my book, it's first, you know?
Yeah, anyways, yeah, that's just the interaction between NL's community and my own. Yeah. It's a compost hag.